How you doing, guys? Welcome to another episode. And in this episode, we want to replace the gasket on the solenoid valve right here. VTEC Solenoid valve. We're replacing the gaskets both, so we're gonna take it apart. And the only thing that you need to do, remove 3 bolts on this side. But if you can see, it's very tight in there. So we want to remove the EGR valve. Then we want to remove these hoses, few connectors, and we're gonna get access to 3 bolts on that side. There is 3 10mm bolts on that side that are holding the VTEC solenoid valve, and we're gonna try to do it without removing the housing for the thermostat, which I don't want to do. And let's get to it. First things first, let's remove the EGR valve. We remove the connector. I just removed this hose right here. So I just removed the hose with the pliers. Disconnect the distributor. We try to disconnect everything around the VTEC solenoid valve. Okay, so we already disconnect the distributor. We disconnect everything around. We just gotta remove the other bulb for the EGR valve, so we can get access. We can get more room here. EGR valve is out of the way, and if you haven't checked my video where I clean it and I clean the EGR passages, check that video. So this one, it looks clean because I recently did that. So we're just gonna set it on the side, and then we're gonna crack and loose these 3 bolts on top. There's one here, and one on the other side for the VTEC solenoid. So we can have we can crack and loose, so we can remove the gasket that is on top too. So it's better to do it here in the car while the VTEC solenoid is still connected, so we can just crack them loose and get them ready to remove the outer gasket, the small one. That's a 3 10mm. So you can see we already cracked them loose, and we just gotta get the other 3 10mm that are on the back. Let's remove this one first, so we can get access to the one. There is 1 bolt on this side right here. Okay, guys, I already, as you can see, remove everything all the connectors for the sensors are removing, so they give me more room. And to remove those three 10mm bolts on the back, you gotta use a 10mm. I ended up using this one that I have laying around. I don't know why I cut it, but this one helped me out a lot. If you have small 10mm, very small one, you can crack them loose, because if you don't want to remove the housing for the thermostat, this is the only way to do it, because a ratchet with the socket is not gonna fit there. So basically, you got one here, one right here, one bolt, and one on the bottom. So the bottom is the only one that it's gonna give you a lot of problems. But if you have a 10mm very small one, you can crack them loose. So this way you're gonna avoid removing this housing, the thermostat housing. This is the best way to do it. This is the easy way. But if you don't wanna do remove all your antifreeze and remove the housing, because if you remove the housing right here on the back, there is a gasket. So if you don't put it right, or the gasket is old, you're gonna have to end up replacing it, because it's gonna have you're gonna have a leak. So it's up to you guys. Okay, you can see we got the 3 bolts out. We're ready to remove the valve. Put some rag underneath, because you're gonna lose some oil. And there you have the valve, guys. We're just gonna clean it. If you can see the debris in there, it's got some debris, and we're gonna clean it. We're gonna replace the gasket. And I was having some leaking in there, that's why we're replacing the gasket too. It's kind of dirty on there, so we're just gonna clean it really well. That's where the valve goes. And you can see here, the valve goes like this. So if you can see, that's the 3 bolts that I removed. And I'm not gonna remove this oil pressure sensor right here, because it's got a gasket in there and it's not leaking in there. So I don't have that gasket, I don't need to remove it. So we're just gonna open it, the top part. That's why I break loose those 3 bolts on top. We're gonna open that part. We're gonna put the other gasket in there too, and we're gonna put a new gasket right here, clean it with brake cleaner, and then should be ready. And guys, just before we remove the gasket and we put it back together, I'm just gonna check, see if the VTEC solenoid works. And to check it, we're gonna place this part of the solenoid on the ground of the battery, the negative, and then we're gonna grab a cable attached to the positive, and then we're gonna test, see if the valve opens and closes, see if it works. I don't know if you can hear it, that clicking sound. So that means that the VTEC solenoid works, it open and close. So this VTEC it's got a little valve in there, that's what it opens and close. So this one is good to go. We're just gonna replace the gasket in here, the gasket on top. We're gonna clean it with brake cleaner, and we are good to go. It wasn't really dirty, but it's old, so it was leaking a little bit. It's time to replace it. Now let's remove the bolts on top, so we can replace the gasket on top as well. You can see, guys, this is the bulb. Inside, guys, got a spring in it. That's the spring. So we're just gonna clean it up a little bit more. We're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna put the new gasket. That's the new gasket right here on top. This is the new gasket. This model, it has a little screen there. So some of it come without it. In this model, in this type of a car, it had a little screen there. So that's the old ones. It's not really dirty. It's got some debris in there. But it's good time to change it and make sure that we don't have more oil leaks in there. So we're just gonna wait until it dry, and then we're gonna put it back in the car. On the top part, we have an outer gasket. Goes right there. Make sure that the gasket in the middle here sits properly. It's already in. We are good to go. And remember the other bulb right here, it goes like that. So we're gonna put the bulb back on the car. Okay, guys, VTEC Solenoid is already in place. We just gotta tighten them up, bolts on top. If your bulb works, that's how you clean it. If it doesn't work, as I show you how to test it. If it doesn't work, you just go get a new one, replace it. So that's how you work on a 1998 to 2002 Honda Accord, guys. That's how you replace your VTEC solenoid valve. Oh, that's how you clean it. That's how you test it. And I hope you like this video. And a lot of people is been subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for the support. I'm just gonna keep putting more videos. If you can see, to do maintenance in these cars, it's not like a everyday thing. I cannot be working on these cars every day. But just keep supporting the channel. I'm gonna put more videos on how to work on these cars. And thanks, guys, for subscribe. Thanks for those people that like my videos. I hope you guys like the videos, share the videos, and see you in the next one, guys. Thank you, appreciate it, and I'll see you. Bye.